Hey, welcome to Tech Tips with me, Jacob. Today we're going to go through the Yolobox Ultra a little bit. We're going to go through the SRT once more because it's a function I really like, how to be able to wirelessly connect and switch with streams in over the internet, which is very handy. It makes it so I don't have to have an extra computer and link a stream through there and an HDMI out into the machine, which I had to do with the Pro. Now it goes straight into the Ultra and that works fine. We're also going to go through how to set up the web interface so you can control it with your phone. So you're even more mobile than you were just with the Ultra. So very mobile mobility there. So that's very nice. We're going to go through how to set up the IP addresses. I'm going to do it on the web browser on the phone. You can also do it on the computer or with a PC. But since I don't have a PC, I'm going to do it on the web interface instead. All right, so to get started, we're going to go in and create an event. If you didn't know, by the way, you don't have to change the settings every single time you go into an event. You can hold the little button, the three buttons up here, and duplicate the event. And then all your settings will be the same. Your frame rates and your encoding settings and all such things will be the same. So you don't have to go in and change them every time. Just call it 2024. Easy enough. There you go, and create. If I don't put in a time to it, it won't complain about me starting early or late. I can just start whenever I want to. All right, here we go. I have a HDMI in going in here. I have all of my folders down the bottom. If there is a folder I use more often, I can also hold my button in and just swoop them sideways and move them to wherever I want to have them. So some of them I might not use very often. I don't use the scoreboard very often, so I can move that further away. But I do use the settings quite often. Can I move the settings over there? Yeah, I can. Let's put the settings way over here. So there, maybe I put them next to the audio and recording settings. So that's good, quite good. Here I have all my platforms I am currently in. Let's toss in another source. So this is where the SRT comes in. So as long as you can memorize an IP address, this is very easy to do. It doesn't save it when you duplicate it, so you have to put it in every time. So make sure you write it down or memorize it. The same with the RTMP and SRT. It's just a different codec or way to use it. So you have to write SRT and double dots and / 185.96.155.197, and then your port on your device has to be the double dots again, so 6018. This is our broadcast channel right now, so if you want to test your SRT, you can use this code as well. It should work fine. Just go and done, and that should pop up down here as a separate source. There you go. And if I wanted to add a video, I can do up to 5 now, which is very nice. Let's just see what you can toss in. I need to prepare something to switch to anyways. Maybe just some B-rolls of the thing. There you go. There's a clip right there. Now you have the toggle as well, so you can actually pull and check out the video where you are. Know where to start it. So that's quite nice. Before you had to wait and see however long the clip was to see where you were, but now you can actually toggle through, which is a nice update. So thank you for that. I'm going to go into me. Hello, here am I. Let's see, we should add some graphics too. Maybe welcome to the show. There you go. All right, so let's try to set up the actual web interface here. So I'm gonna, let's see here. Here it is. In the bottom of the settings, it's mobile web control. It's at beta at the moment. And here you get some information. Connect the phone or computer to device to the same local network, which I have. If you're using an app or phone control, open the Yolobox app on your phone, which I don't have at the moment because it's a PC or an Android app. So it says right there, Android only. I have an iPhone, so I'm going to go through the web interface instead. Works fine. Web control on left sidebar, and then select the IP address of this device on the mobile app, computer, blah, blah, blah. It says right there, there's the IP address of the device. So now I have that. All right, so if I go into yolobox.com, so you log in there, and in the bottom left, you have web control. So push web control. Here's the same information. Connect the computer to the device, the same local network, the IP address from your Yolobox. It's going to go in here. And in the web function device, you will be able to find the IP address on the device, and which is in the bottom of the Yolobox. All right, so let's type that in. All right, it's connecting. And there I can see myself. And here I have the ability to connect to the sources. I can go live. I can't seem to record on the device itself, so that I have to do on my hand here. I can get to the overlay page, and I can get to the audio page. That's very nice. And I can switch. Yes, I can. Very nice. So I can go, and if I have to step aside somewhere, it's very easy to do so. I can just pick it up and then get going. Very nice. And if I switch there, and I can go in and put welcome to the show on like that. Very nice. Okay, good, good. I can go into the audio and choose audio follows video if I want that, or if I want to do other parts in here. Very nice. So I can't see what comes out of the graphics. But if I push to go live, say go streaming, it doesn't say on the phone itself, but it says on the Yolobox that I have to add a streaming platform beforehand, otherwise it won't connect. So I have to prepare everything on the Yolobox first, and then I can remote control it from the web interface, which is super good if you're gonna have to step aside somewhere or go help a camera or do something like that. Our channel has a, what do you call it, the fundraiser with interviews and music guests and such. But if we stream it to Facebook, then the copyright issues come in, even if we pay to be on broadcast TV and have all of the music paid for and support the musicians that way, it doesn't count on Facebook and YouTube. So what we do is I take the stream in an SRT that comes from the broadcast channel, and then every time there's music, I put on a separate clip that says, if you want to see the entire show, come to our website instead, but you're welcome to keep watching on Facebook or whatnot. And then when the music stops, I go in again and the interview starts, and that gets streamed to Facebook and YouTube. So that's a very handy thing. It's like, even if you don't use it as your main mixer, this is a very good tool to use for all your streaming needs and recording needs. We also use this almost exclusively as our camera monitor when we do our recording and settings episodes on our cameras. So if you have a Sony or Canon camera with autofocus, we usually connect the Yolobox to the HDMI so we can see what the tracking is doing. It's just small enough to be able to fit on your camera. Even if you don't stream, just record what you're doing on the actual camera. It is very handy. It doesn't have all of the fancy codecs of some of the bigger screens do, but it does record. It does up to 4K on the screen as well. So it's still very, very useful and very handy. And the battery time to this is actually much longer than on the other screens with the Sony PL and NL. The big batteries for the Sonys anyway, so you have to keep swapping them. This one has like 6-7 hours of battery time, so you're just going to keep going forever. So anyways, we really do love the Yolobox Ultra, and we really love the Yolobox Pro. But I find that I use the Ultra more just because it has all the SRT functions in it, which I am one of the people who actually really like and use. It is a broadcast format, so a lot of our receiving channels use SRT, so it's very nice to be able to check that all of the feeds are working on an easy-to-use device. I've also used this as a tech monitor, so if I'm behind all of the servers and checking if all of the computers and outputs are working on the machines, I can fit this easy and just plug and play. Otherwise, I used to have a power cable in one hand, find a power cable somewhere, and then put an HDMI in the other way and be stuck somewhere in between and hope that it work. Or worst case, you have to use it in a full computer screen and try to navigate that in somewhere. But this, nice and sleek, and it has so many uses. Even if you don't do it just for the switching and the streaming, which is great at, just having a monitor like this, it's actually great. I mean, it might be a little bit overkill, but you can use it for your Nintendo Switch too if you want, just to have an extra screen. I guess the Switch is a bad example because it has a built-in screen, but I mean, other devices or Apple TV or something you can plug in and have a slightly bigger screen. Anyways, enough about all of the extra uses you can use. This is a great machine. I've said it many times before. You have everything in one. You have all of the graphics and all of that. And now you can also do it in the phone. I mean, it's quite amazing, actually. Only limitation, of course, is that you're on the same network, but I mean, you usually are anyways. They always come up with new things, and if you really want them to do something, you can fire off a email to their support, and they'll start working on it. Somebody asked for the SRT, and then the SRT came in. Somebody asked to be able to do the delay on the audio, and then that came in. So they really listen to the customers and the users, which is very nice. Always fun to see that in a company. Try out this thing for yourself. And like I said, if you want to use our SRT, that's fine. It's good to get used to, see what it is and how it works. But there you go. If you like this kind of videos, don't forget to like and subscribe. If you have any questions about the Yolobox Ultra, don't hesitate to send us a message. If you have any other videos you would like us to do, also just send a message. We'll check them out and we'll get to answer them as soon as we can. There is a lot of comments as always. But anyways, guys, we love you and we will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.